The following session recording is brought to you by Vulcan Real Estate.
In Texas, they always say just give us one more oil boom. So what could screw this thing up? Well, a couple of things. First of all, we could decide to screw it up. Okay, we can have that debate, right? We can have a debate as whether you should or shouldn't have more hydrocarbon-based energy. So I'm setting that moral debate aside. I'm just saying, as a federal policy level, we would have to decide if we were going to embrace or not embrace, like Norway or Canada or Australia, taking stuff out of the ground. So that could derail it. Also, and this is fairly interesting, we're just starting to do some research on it now. If you look at some of the earliest fracking projects in the Marcellus Shale in southern Pennsylvania, if you look at the apartment buildings, we had 42 people calling apartment buildings. We track everything. If you look at the apartment buildings, B buildings closest to the shale where your transient construction workers were located, they've seen a big hit in occupancy because it turns out what happens is after you finish installing the equipment with 40 roughnecks, you only need 2 to run it. So actually, there is a boom that comes with installing all this stuff that probably has 5 years of legs on it. It may not have 10 years. After you put in all this infrastructure, these people will have to do something else. And we don't know what that next thing is, but it should have a couple of years on it. But overall, you don't just install this stuff forever. You build it and you're kind of done for a while. And that will end. And it's not in our 5-year forecast, but over 10 years we start to take that off in the 10-year forecast that we do for a lot of banks.